'cause you are the only one. You're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume there will always be a place for you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me. Why do you always leave? It's not right. We don't fight, but I know what you've been through. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, the sorrows in your brain, 'cause I know you're on the run. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my grave, 'cause you are the only one. See, I know just how you like it. At sunrise to midnight. All the sweet love in the morning. Stripped down and up high. Home is summer when the bedroom light is fading. Only lovers know what loving really does. I don't mind to fall if you are falling with me. Only lovers know. It's a permanent summer. Permanent summer. It's a permanent summer. Permanent summer. Tell me that I was wrong to let you go. Every sound that I hear, every thought that I fear, tell me that I was wrong. I was wrong to let you go.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good to see you all in here today. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning over here. I hope you guys have started your day great. Bitcoin, well, doing some special things today. We have a lot to talk about. Ethereum as well. Let me go ahead and turn the music down a little bit. I have Krisha here with me. Krisha, say hi.
What's up, you guys?
Krisha, what are your thoughts on the market thus far?
It's looking interesting. I think, I mean, personally, you guys know that my macro sentiment on, well, the crypto market right now is bullish. I think every dip is going to be a nice, beautiful buy opportunity, but it all also depends on how people manage their risk, Sean. What are your thoughts?
Precisely that. To me, the markets are still looking fantastic. We'll be talking about that today with Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. But before we talk about the charts, let's go ahead and look at the comment section, see who we have here with us on today's live stream. We did start a little bit early today because one, we do have a few things to get done, and two, wanted to experiment with this timing where we can catch people a little bit early before they go to bed, and yeah. Just let's see how it goes today. We have Josh Hinden over here. Hey Josh, how's it going? Bitcoin Broke says, sup Mango. How are you, buddy? Ivan Ferranco catching us early today says, yo to you, buddy, too. Who else is in here? Milo Swasti says hello from Belgrade. Am I pronouncing that right? Krisha, is that right? Aval says, when's my link and ban going to land on the moon? You've been waiting for that for a while. It's patience, buddy, patience. But I have to say, man, Bitcoin and Ethereum have been outperforming both of them. I'm pretty sure Ethereum has completely outperformed Link. We can check the Link Ethereum chart to confirm, but I'm not entirely sure about Band. We can take a look at Band today. I hope though that you guys are not heavily positioned on all coins with nothing in Bitcoin, because that's got to be painful.
Yeah. Especially now, I think everything is really taking that that leg down, and this is you know, this is information for you guys here. You know, people, they always try to compare Bitcoin and all coins are like, oh, for all coins to move, Bitcoin has to, well, stop moving. You know, it's about, like, it's this kind of situation right now. Okay, it's a period that we're in where we're seeing these drawdowns, especially on Bitcoin, and you're seeing how it affects the rest of the market, right? So it's about preparing for instances like this. And you know what? If Bitcoin takes a leg down, more often than not, your altcoins are not going to stand a chance. Your altcoins, too, will take a leg down. So it's about bracing yourselves for these kind of price action and really understanding the volatility on the chart and preparing for it.
Well said, Krisha, well said. And the key thing to note over there was to watch the signs that the market, or rather the information the market is giving you. So hey, maybe we will get the signs that hey, Bitcoin is taking a leg down and the altcoins aren't, and for that we can go ahead and take a look at BTC soon as well. In fact, let's go ahead and get started. I'll just read a couple more comments to see if there's any question that we can answer, and no, not really. We can go ahead and get started. I'm looking, Krisha, at the Bitcoin weekly chart right now and it's just looking fantastic. The reason I'm starting with this time frame is just to make people get people's eyes back onto the bigger picture, because I think a lot of people are missing that, especially on the Discord chats I've been reading recently, this morning, even just yesterday too. You guys are getting stuck back on over to the lower time frames. Don't do that. That's what caused a lot of people to miss out on the big move from 10,650 to where we are right now. And yes, we may very well top out over here, right? We don't know whether this is a top or not just yet. Things aren't looking grim to me at all. Things aren't looking bad to me at all. To me, this may just continue onward from here. We were talking about just this situation, Krisha, last week before we put in this week's red candle. It's not even confirmed to be red just yet though, but let's say we close like this. We talked about the scenario where Bitcoin potentially puts in a bull flag over here, right, on the weekly time frame. Let's say we just range between 30,000 and 40,000. I think we are postulated between 42,000 and 34ish, right? But now we have a range between 38ish and 33ish, right? So a $5,000 range. Let's say Bitcoin ranges between that for the next 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to end up having a bull flag over here. I'm going to go ahead, guys, and get a fresh chart so I can draw onto it without messing up my drawings. Oops. Right, so just picture the scenario, all of you. Okay, on the weekly time frame, okay, where we're just ranging over here between this 38,000 range and 34,000 support level, somewhere around there, right? We'll drill down on over to lower time frames to get more precise numbers, but just picture the candles, and then we break towards the upside. That's going to take us way past 50,000 too at that point. So don't get hung up on the lower time frames. If things are to be turning on the higher time frames, we will see all of it develop from the lower time frames up on over to the higher time frames. But at the moment, it's too premature to be calling the end of a bull market just because of a single candle. So yeah, Bitcoin.
Are people really calling the end of the bull market?
Believe it or not, Krisha, believe it or not, the weekly candle is right over here, sitting currently at 34,000. I'm going to drill down now to, let's look at the 4-day, which is not going to be any different because we are in a blue sky breakout on Bitcoin. But we can look at the daily, because there's something interesting going on over there. We did look for something in particular, Krisha. If you do remember, we were talking about the mango. Okay, so there were two things we were looking at. We were looking at the mango dynamic and the mango ribbon in conjunction, right? And we took two different trades on that. So the mango dynamic, what I was looking for yesterday was, so let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. Right over here. We were living above the mango dynamic, right? But we had pretty much opened right on it, and this is exactly why I was looking for that confirmation. You guys are seeing that right now. I wasn't convinced because we didn't get the clean close above it, we didn't get the clean open above it, and now even though we were living for the entire day above it, we went and closed underneath it. We tested the blue dot, which ended up just being a opportunity to get out of your position if you were in, or hey, maybe even take a short trade if you're aggressive on that. But then we closed underneath, right? Switching on over to the 12-hour time frame as well, you can see that we use the mango dynamic as resistance. So we'll come back to the 12-hour time frame very, very soon. I wasn't a big fan of the 12-hour close. That being said, I want to go back on over to the daily and point out the mango ribbon to you guys right over here. We are still being held up by the daily 21 EMA and the daily Tenkin. So this is still not a bad picture at all. You can't, or me personally, I cannot be bearish as long as we are above these levels. In terms of aggressive trend trades, yes, I'm not going to get aggressive until we retake the mango dynamic, and that's what I mean by, hey, I'm waiting for my mango dynamic to, or rather waiting for Bitcoin to retake the mango dynamic and confirm above it before I get aggressive. But does that mean I'm short just because I'm not bullish, right? No. And I'm still bullish, by the way, on the higher time frame. So when people are saying I'm bullish or bearish, guys, a quick tip for you is ask the question on what time frame, right? What's your time preference for your bullish posturing? Always ask that question. Thoughts, Krisha?
Okay. So Sean, since you're looking, at the weekly, right? Primarily the weekly, to really determine your sentiment on the chart.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be making my decision on the 4-day and the weekly, the combination of the two.
Okay, so I think to really give them perspective, okay, now because you are a macro trend trader, to really give them perspective, what level does Bitcoin need to break for you to get bearish on the chart, even on an intermediate time frame? Let's give them that perspective, because the thing is that what we're seeing here is that volatility has picked up. If you just look at the weekly, this just went up and up and up like 4 consecutive weeks in a row. We didn't have a single red candle. This is the first one we're having right now.
For me to really get bearish at this point, Krisha, Bitcoin needs to break underneath 20,000. The levels are not going to matter. Like, we do have levels underneath upon which I will not be taking trades, or rather I may even take a short trade for the mid time frame. Like, for example, the 4-day Mango dynamic is coming in around 28,000. I'll be looking for that to hold up. But am I really bearish just because we lose that? No, not really. I need, at this stage, I'll be getting bearish only if we lose 20,000, or we start putting in a structure that shows me lower highs and lower lows, and that could happen without us losing levels. So it's not as cut and dry as, you know what, it's so and so levels that we lose and we are bearish, which is why the only level that is cut and dry for me is the 20,000 level from the previous bull market, right? That high needs to hold. The fact that we flipped that high to me was pivotal. So there are two things that need to happen. The first condition, okay, is we putting in low highs and low lows. If we do that on the higher time frames, then yes, I'll get bearish regardless of whether we lose 20,000 or not, right? But that we are far away from doing that. It's going to take some time for that structure to develop.
Yeah. Okay, I like that analysis, the whole thing, because also that'll kind of give you perspective on. So I kind of zoomed out of the chart and I'm looking at Bitcoin at 20K. This was back in 2017. Anyone who followed basically the analysis that you just broke down, right? Really looking for that structure to change. You're looking for a lower high to be put in and a lower low to be put in on the chart. Okay, on the macro time frames. That is your first tell that, hey, perhaps the trend is changing. You know, I need to basically take some steps to protect myself.
Yep, exactly. And that's precisely why, Krisha, that $17,200 level to me was more pivotal than even the $20,000 flip, right? You guys heard me rant on about it for like freaking weeks. I was like, 17,200, it's going to be key. It's going to be key. If we retake that, that's going to be huge. And that's precisely for this reason that you just mentioned, because that was the level where trend traders like me said, hey, you know what? That's our lower high right over there. Okay, that's it. That's where this market gets bearish. And once we retook that, that was essentially us flipping the decision point of the previous bull market. And
yeah.
All right, so Krisha, I'm going to go back on over to the lower time frames now. I want to just take a quick look at the oscillators, looking at the momentum, because remember, guys, we have already established that we're sitting currently on the 21 EMA support, on the Tenkin support. We're also sitting at a structural a block, an order blocks of support over here between 33,000 and 31,900ish, right? So that's an entire buy zone for me at the very least, okay. And until we lose that block, I'm not going to be bearish at all. I'll be accumulating a long-term position over here. Remember, guys, I can have multiple trades being set up based on my time preference. For example, when yesterday, or rather day before, I took my trade based on whether or not, or rather if I held the entirety of the trade, it was going to be based on whether we retook the dynamic, and we didn't do that, which is why I got rid of the other 20% too. I took my profits on the first 80%, held 20%. We did not hold the Mango dynamic on the daily time frame, so I got rid of the 20%. If, however, we held the Mango dynamic as well, I would have added that position to the position that I'm building based on the trend trade, on longer time frame trend trade, on the 21 EMA right over here, 21 EMA in the Tenkin. So now let's see. The first trade was successful. Is this one going to be successful? I don't know. We'll go ahead and find out in time. It's a trend trade, so it's not going to be as cut and dry as the Mango dynamic trade. We'll find out. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, we do have order block over here between 33,000 to around 31,000 ish, that I will be a buyer and an accumulator of Bitcoin over there. We will be now taking a look at the oscillators really quickly. I don't think the daily is going to be telling us much. We do have a chance of putting in bullish divergence, but this is only a chance of putting in bullish divergence. We don't have it just yet. In fact, if we do start taking out these lows over here, our bullish divergence will be negated, or opportunity for bullish divergence. Stochastics looking a little bit weaker than yesterday, but not extremely weak at all. If these cross back up and start living above the 80 zone again, that's going to be really bullish again. The RSI looking extremely healthy. As long as we're living above the yellow dotted line on the Mango Mother, it's going to be a-okay for me. Nothing to look at over here other than looking for this to break down underneath the 50 zone, which is what we haven't done yet. On the 12-hour oscillators, stochastics have gone down aggressively, and Kusha, again, going back to what we talked about, we do have that chance of the bullish divergence actually triggered on this. Yeah, it did. Yeah, bullish divergence did trigger over here on the 12-hour time frame, but we are not seeing the continuation just yet. And I'm not a big fan of this candle close over here, Krisha, on the 12-hour. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I didn't like it yesterday. Also, like yesterday's close, that 12-hour close that we had, I thought that was weak, and I figured that this was coming down. However, we need to note that even on these lower, so now you're currently looking at the 12-hour time frame. Until we take out that wick low, I'm not going to be getting like super bearish on not super bearish. I don't think I'll ever get super bearish until we actually change that macro structure. But I will not be looking for too much downside until we actually take out that wick. We need to take out that wick for this to be a confirmation.
Yep. So
otherwise, I mean, this is healthy price action. The thing is that people are just expecting this to just pump. This needs a healthy pullback, and the thing is that you're going to get these intense pullbacks because that is the volatility on the chart. There's nothing new happening.
Well said, Kusha. So this is the only time frame that has me a little bit I'm not liking the look of the 12-hour at all, to be honest. This does look like a bear flag that might want to see continuation down to retest the 30,000 region. But now when we go on over to the 4-hour time frame, let's go ahead and see what's going on over there, because the 4-hour is pretty much acting precisely how we expected it to, right? We're looking for this wick low to be taken out and then consolidate and retest the 21 EMA as well as a Tenkin, I do believe. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yep, it tested the Tenkin 2, tested the 21 EMA, came back down, is now getting accumulated on the 89 EMA. So Kusha, I'm not sure you have your 89 EMA on, but if you turn that on, you'll see that we lost it, retested it, retook it, and now we've been accumulating against it. So that's really interesting. Mm-hmm. At this point, guys, if this is what I'm going to be looking for, I'm going to be looking for Bitcoin to start closing multiple 4-hour candles above the Tenkin and the 21 EMA, and then I want to see the 10 SMA retake the 21 EMA. So all three conditions need to be met, okay? Bitcoin, retake the Tenkin, retake the 21 EMA, and the 10 SMA live above the Tenkin and the 21 EMA. The 10 SMA does not need to live above price, of course, but it just needs to live above the Tenkin and the 21 EMA, and that's going to be bullish for me. That's going to be me adding to my position, and I'm completely fine adding higher versus lower. Mm-hmm. So the 4 hours looking good to me. Does look like it's at a decision point, Kusha, where it could either turn into a continuation pattern, distribution and continuation towards the downside. Remember, guys, continuation on the lower time frames is going to be depending on the trend that the lower time frames are showing, right? So the trend on the lower time frames is currently down. We have a lower high and a possibility lower low very soon, right? Depends on whether we see continuation or not. On the high time frames, continuation is going to mean towards the upside. So again, always ask the question when someone's giving you an analysis, ask the question, what is your time preference? And finally, Kusha, we can take a look at the 1-hour time frame. Ooh, the 1 hour is actually looking really neat.
Yeah.
Look at that. Really neat. This could be looked at as either a symmetrical triangle, or a lot of people are calling this a head and shoulders. I'm not seeing a head and shoulders at all. I'm just seeing this as a consolidation that needs to resolve itself. And I would use horizontals for this, guys. Actually,
where's
maybe
the head and shoulders on this?
I'm not seeing it. Yeah.
Like I see. Are you guys looking at a bullish head and shoulders or a bearish head and shoulders? if you're looking at the bearish head and shoulders, I personally don't think it's a head and shoulders.
This is not a ascending triangle. This is not a symmetrical triangle. This is nothing. This is just a consolidation with a structure that you can be looking at, or range rather, that you can be looking at. I'm looking at the top of the range over here at around 36,500ish, and the bottom of the range right over here at around 31,400ish, right? The wick lows are going to be really important too. Did we hold this low? No, we didn't hold this low either. So yeah, I'll be looking for multiple candle closes above 36,500 to look for continuation towards the upside, perhaps even test 40,000ish, this 39,000 high over here. If we lose 31,450ish, which I'll be looking for the downside, possibly to around the higher time frame levels. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we could look for.
Also put on your 4-hour cloud. Also, Gustavo Inez from the comments section, I agree with you. I think it's more of a falling wedge, by the way, than
200
head
MA.
and shoulders. So 4-hour and put on your Ichimoku Cloud.
Yeah.
This is someone brought this up in the Discord chat. I think it was Hachi. I'm not sure. This was in the Seed Discord chat. And no, it was okay, I think it was Jeff. But anyways, so if you look at the 4-hour cloud, we could very well see so we closed inside the cloud. We could potentially see a test of the bottom of the cloud. But notice that even if we do get that test, we'll still essentially be putting in a higher low. And if we can maintain that higher low structure, I think we could see a bullish pattern actually form on the 4-hour chart as well as the 12-hour chart.
Yep. So Kusha, I'm so glad that you pointed out the 4-hour chart, because on the Ichimoku especially, because I think it's going to be really easy for people to make their decisions solely on the Ichimoku cloud, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at the highest point of the cloud, right, further into 15th of Jan, I believe, we are coming in. Sorry, this is the 4-hour time frame, so 15th of Jan is not. Basically, put your cursor at around 36,706, right, the topmost part of the cloud.
Okay.
Right, so if we start going sideways into that area of the cloud and then break towards the upside over there, and we have a Kumo break and we close multiple 4-hour candles above there, so like two 4-hour candles above the Kumo, I'll be looking for this to make new highs after that. We'll likely even break 41,300ish. So yeah, the cloud is going to be a really easy way to manage your trades, guys. So whether to take a trade towards the upside or towards the downside. Now, towards the downside, this makes it a little bit more difficult, because you have your 200 moving average coming in, and it's going to start moving closer and closer towards the top of the cloud, towards the bottom of the cloud. So if we break both at the same time, then the trade becomes easy. Let me go ahead and put on the 200 EMA too. Okay. So keep an eye on the 200 EMA and the 200 MA on the 4-hour. Wait for it to get in line with the cloud, and then you can use that as a trade towards the downside. Until then, I wouldn't be fighting the 200 moving average on the 4-hour.
Yeah. And like you said, the cloud is going to make it very, very easy for people, because that in itself, it gives you sort of, regions of support and resistance. Now, the thing is, the magic about the 4-hour cloud right now is that it actually sort of lines up with that daily Tenkin and the daily 21 EMA. So there's a lot of confluence in that region.
Yep.
Right? So that's going to help sort of, guide your analysis in terms of where Bitcoin could go leading up to the next daily close. So these are like points of, strong support that you can watch out for. Indeed.
Let's go on over to the comments now quickly before we move on to Ethereum. Kusha, is there any other thoughts you want to share before we move on to Ethereum?
No, that's pretty much it. It's going to be an if this and that, but macro is still looking good.
Yeah, I'm still liking the look of this. If you turn on the daily and you turn on your Ichimoku Kusha, you can see that we're being held up on the Tenkin. And hey, the candle is oscillating between red and green at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how today's candle closes. Do we close red or do we close green? But that's not going to be enough for me anyways. We're going to need to see more to look for the continuation trade. But hey, back on over to the comments now. Let's see what people have to say. I'm seeing the word oversold a couple of times. Guys, don't use the word oversold. Don't use the word overbought. Those two words should be removed from your vocabulary as a trader, because it's likely going to hurt you. Ethereum is acting kind of cool right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. Kusha, I'm going to switch on over to ETHUSD onto the daily chart, and I want you to give us your thoughts.
ETHUSD daily chart. We're looking good here. I mean, we're being held up by that Tenkin right now, but let me just put on my simple moving averages. I noticed that Ethereum does better on simple moving averages. And here, like, even Ethereum is like super neat on its, you know, points of reference. Now, I particularly use, well, the Ichimoku Cloud, and I use my simple moving averages. Now, as soon as we lost on the daily time frame, as soon as we lost that 10 SMA, okay, I want you to see what happened there. We dipped all the way down to the 21 EMA. That was a pretty, you know, significant sort of drop for Ethereum. But I mean, all the other coins went down as well. That was a good 27%, right, to the downside. And the next candle, we came up. Okay, so in that candle, we lost the 10 simple moving average on. This 10 simple that we have been trending on for like days on end now.
Yep.
We lost it. We got a beautiful retest of the 10 SMA, and we got rejected off of that yesterday.
Indeed,
right?
And now we come back.
And right
now
now it's like a
21.
sandwich.
Yep.
Exactly. It's a nice, beautiful sandwich. But what's key here is that for as long as we're living over this wick low here on the daily at so the wick low right now is at $905.
Yeah.
Right. For as long as we live over that, I mean, this could very well flip. We could also put in a bullish consolidation on Ethereum. So it's about us actually losing that structure to really anticipate any other further downside on Ethereum. But right now, what is to note, we're living over the Tenkin and we're living over the 20 simple moving average. And these are the two levels that I personally pay a lot of heed to.
Yep, that's a really good point. And Kusha, I think you're going to be spot on with this actually flipping into a bullish consolidation. My thoughts are that this move over here on Ethereum, testing its highs and then coming back down to around 950 is a lot like we saw Bitcoin do when it tested 19,000-ish and then came down to test the 17,250 region. And we know how pivotal that region was for Bitcoin, right? Similarly, the 950 region for Ethereum was pivotal for its bear market.
Yeah.
All right, so I like what I'm seeing here with Ethereum, but again, similar to Bitcoin, we need a little bit more confirmation. We can go ahead and take a look at the 12-hour to get a idea. 12-hour again, not the best close. I don't like the look of the 12-hour. Lost to 21 EMA, lost to Tenkin, we had a really bearish close in my opinion. But you're not seeing follow through. The bears need to step in over here, right? The bears need to step in and show some follow through. If these candles here on Bitcoin and Ethereum close well, we have like around 5 hours, right, before we see these candles close. So the next 2 4-hour candles, guys, are going to be really, really important. If you guys want to dissect this and see how all of this unfolds, keep an eye now on the next 2 4-hour candles, because you'll get an idea of how the market participants are reacting to the 12-hour candle closes, because we're going to have 1 4-hour candle close, and between now, let me just go ahead and switch to, I want to make sure that, because I was looking at Kraken, Krisha, and sometimes Kraken doesn't have the best price data. And yeah, we do have the same price data on Coinbase as well.
Yeah, but no, it's an ugly close. I agree with you. I'm kind of on 12-hour ETHUSD on Bitstamp. I'm using the Bitstamp exchange, and I don't like the fact that we lost that Tenkin so easily, just gave it up. We could actually see this potentially, okay? Potentially. We'll have to kind of wait on those 4-hour candle body closes. But we'll have to, we may actually see Ethereum come down to test 951. So which lines up essentially with a 12-hour Kijun. So like a proper C-span trade on the Ichimoku.
Yeah. No, let's see. What are your thoughts on the 4-hour?
Looking at the 4-hour,
I think it's really clean. Really clean. Really easy trade over there if you do break above 1,136.
Yes. 1,136, eh? Okay, I see what you're looking at. You're looking at the Tenkin.
The Tenkin 21
Yeah,
EMA,
that would be the proper confirmation. And not just that, I think at that point it would have like sort of broken out. If we actually get up there, okay, I'll be looking at a potential W-like formation. That is on the verge of a break. So if we actually get up that region that you just spoke about, so I'm looking at 1,146 actually. If we manage to break that, then this is a proper break of that bullish consolidation.
All right, so this is what I'm looking at now, Kusha. Now that you mentioned the W-like formation, usually, right, you see these W-like formations. If they're not as aggressive with the breakout and you see a rejection on the neckline of the W, it turns into an ascending triangle, right? So we can now start like, you know, forecasting that kind of price structure, and that ascending triangle is going to line up with the top of the cloud, Krisha. If you just draw a ascending line from your rising trend line, rather, from the candle closes of the 4 hour, right, you're going to see that the 75% region of the ascending triangle line up with the top of the cloud. So this is going to line up with what we talked about with Bitcoin having the Kumo break as well. But it may happen a little bit sooner than we thought, right? So we may not have as much of a sideways action. But then again, this could we don't want to get people too bullish over here, because this could easily break down, right? Let's use the 21 EMA, guys, as a descending trend line. And looking at this as a sort of ugly bear flag or symmetrical triangle, this could very well get rejected one more time on the Tenkin 21 EMA. May not even get up to the Tenkin again, and that may actually be your big clue. If we see another retest of the 21 EMA with a rejection, coming back down to the bottom of the cloud, breaking the symmetrical triangle, and then if we close underneath the cloud as well, I'd be looking for continuation back down to around that $800 region that we had again talked about when we had seen this breakdown unfold on the higher time frames.
Yeah. And also, guys, like, don't so we're presenting to you like different cases. Notice how we'll give you a bullish case wherein, you know, if this happens, Bitcoin could break up, Ethereum could break up. But we're also giving you points of reference. Okay, and that is what is key here, points of reference. Basically that you could actually, you know, trade off of.
Yep, well said, Krisha.
Right, really because if we get rejected on the 21, we're giving you a point of reference. That 21 EMA we use as a point of reference. We're also using the cloud regions. So this is all information for you for how to dissect that chart. So don't get fixated on just one narrative.
I'm interested, by the way, on looking at the oscillators for Ethereum. The 4-hour stochastics have crossed down, rejecting the 50 zone over here. The RSI too, rejecting the 50 zone. So this does have some work to do, guys, before you get too bullish on this. And again, we can be wrong often, right? We can definitely be wrong, and who knows, we may just go on a long losing streak. So when we give you guys our mindset, whether we're bullish or bearish, whether we're taking a bullish trade or a bearish trade, Krisha and I are always ready to lose, okay? With that, you guys should always be ready for us to lose as well. And that risk management really comes into play, and we talked about this yesterday too, right? We are fantastic losers, right? That's what makes us good traders, that we know how to lose and we know how to take the loss and move on to the next opportunity. If you guys get stuck on an idea that Krisha presented to you, an idea that Sean presented to you, and you're like, oh, he's right all the time, he's going to be right again, and then I get out of my trade because I know when I'm wrong, and you don't know when I'm wrong because you're just following what you heard in one segment of the video, you're going to end up in trouble. So be very careful taking calls or tips from anyone.
Yes.
All right, so Krisha, that was the 4 hour. We want to take a look at the 1 hour before we wrap up with the theme as well and go back on over to the comments. Ooh, Ethereum's 1 hour looks even neater. Ethereum does look really, yeah.
Ethereum's 1 hour actually looks so nice.
Yeah, like, but don't want to get too bullish though. Don't want to get too bullish.
No, it's not about it's okay. So that's the thing. When a chart looks nice. Okay, don't get us wrong. It's not like we're saying it's bullish or bearish. It's just neat. That's what we mean. It's easy to play.
Yeah.
That's all we mean.
You're going to know very easily that this is deciding to break down versus deciding to break up, right? When it does break up, it's going to be really easy to know. When it does break down, it's going to be really easy to know. Very similar to Bitcoin. If Ethereum does start closing candles underneath the 980 zone on the 1 hour time frame, we're going to be looking for the 959 to get tested. We lose both. We start closing candles underneath 980 as well as 960. At that point, I'm looking for this to come further down. We'll definitely be taking out this low over here. Now, the most bullish thing that could happen is if we close 1 hour candles underneath the zones that we just mentioned, take out these wick lows over here, but then close the daily way above that zone, right? And we close the daily above 1040-ish again. And Krisha, if we do that, I'll be looking for Ethereum to just Ethereum as well as Bitcoin to just get picked up, accumulate, and then move on to test the highs again. Yeah. So Krisha, if you do remember, yesterday we were mentioning, or you were mentioning in your Ethereum video about that 1040-ish level was pivotal, right? Which is what I was looking for Ethereum to hold the previous day. And guess what? It held again. Even though the 12-hour candle was ugly, we held that level, right? We had a pretty good close on the daily time frame.
Yeah. It's a very critical level for Ethereum, and it's just that, right? That's what TA is, like, just looking at these very key, very clean levels, and just extrapolating information from the chart just based on those levels. And the thing is that don't enforce your biases on the chart. It doesn't help you. The chart doesn't give a shit, right? It's just gonna tell you, listen, this is what I'm doing. I'm going up or I'm going down. You either hop on or you don't.
Exactly. All right, so let's go. Isn't that I'm just gonna go on over to the comments, and I saw Josh's comment. Isn't that F formation similar to BTC's 4? Yeah, it is similar. It is very similar, Josh. Bob Harrison says, yes, that kind of BS overall hurt the market, but I've been in crypto for 5 years, and I think you're just replying to somebody else. Oh yeah, replying to Seth. Kusha, are there any comments that you think I missed that we should address?
I'm sort of just scrolling through it right now. I've just been I was looking at the chart right before. Let's see, guys. If you have a question, just retype your question so we can get to it. There's a lot of cool conversations happening on here. The market volume was low today, was it?
Somebody mentioned SNX.
Yes, that's just okay. I saw that SNX and a fire sign there, a fire emoji.
Oh, this broke pretty much all the levels I was looking for it to break. Nice. Yeah, this is one of the better looking charts.
Wow.
Really good. Really freaking good chart. It's I think in a blue sky breakout as well, so there's nothing I can really say about it. I can only tell you where it's gonna look bearish, and if you start breaking underneath $10, that's when it starts looking ugly. Until then, this is looking fantastic. Let's look at SNX BTC. It's probably outperforming Bitcoin at this point. Yeah, it is. This is reminding me of Lend and Chainlink. So keep an eye on this one, guys.
Yeah,
I like this shot.
But I'm noticing that the alts are looking fairly decent.
Eh? Let me just draw some horizontals on this one, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. So there's a little trap over there.
It's 12 point.
It's just unfortunate the chart is not the neatest on the Bitcoin pairing. At least on the daily. Let's look at the weekly. Oops.
SNX is are you still on SNX? Sorry.
Yeah. SNX BTC on the weekly, we are at a crucial juncture right now. We've come up and hit a major resistance level at around 4,772 Satoshi. We're smack dab against it actually right now. We've tested the wick has tested that level. So if we do flip that, I'll be looking for this to get all the way up to 6,300 Satoshi. So it's a good trade to be had over there. Nonetheless, that's almost a 50% move, I believe.
I think if SNX USD can break $15.83, like on tomorrow's close, I think we can actually see SNX BTC make a run for it. Yep,
I agree. I do agree. So let's look at FBTC, Krisha. What are your thoughts on that one? It's actually doing pretty well.
I really like FBTC. really like FBTC. I mean, you guys know the levels that I'm looking at. I am actually, for the next weekly close. Now, when do we close this week, Sean? What day is it today? It's a Wednesday. Okay, so fine. We still have about 4 more days left on this candle. But listen, if we close over that freaking weekly Tenkin, this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful chart. I just want to see a weekly close over that Tenkin, because essentially we would have closed over. So the last week we did take back that Tenkin, okay, and the 20 simple moving average. And this week around, we've seen a dip into the 20 once again, okay. But now if we can close over that Tenkin on the weekly, I will be looking at that as massive strength. And not just that, Sean, the cloud is green after such a long time. We are inside the cloud. If we even do an edge to edge on this cloud, that's going to be a freaking beautiful trade to be had.
Yeah, no, this is definitely opportunity to be had on the chart, but the real question is, when is it gonna start, right? Drilling down on over to the lower time frames, Krisha, to me the key level is going to be the top of the cloud over here on the daily time frame. It's going to be breaking a massive structure too at 0.03348195 Satoshi. If we do break that, I think that we're not only going to see continuation, but the cloud's going to flip green. The cloud is going to start getting aggressively up towards the upside. And I think this may line up, Krisha, with Ethereum closing the weekly above that Tenkin level that you discussed, as well as the previous Tenkin high at around 0.339754, which, by the way, lines up with the daily top of the cloud. So it's all lining up for Ethereum to get back up to its previous candle close highs at 0.03681 Satoshi, perhaps even test the 200 moving average on the weekly time frame. I'm really liking this, guys. But the FBDC trade, though, you have to be patient. Okay, you have to be patient. We don't know whether it's triggered just yet. I'll be looking for confirmation on these levels that we just mentioned, primarily 0.0365 and 0.03343 at the daily time frame.
Yeah. Yes, Guardian. He asks, what is Tenkin? I'm not familiar with this. It is a part of the Ichimoku, but also, guys, I published a video that Sean did for the Mango Seed program. This was particularly on the Tenkin, and he has such an amazing breakdown of the Tenkin. So if you really want to understand, that part of the Ichimoku Cloud, I will link a educational playlist, and you can find it there.
Yeah.
So he basically goes over what is an Ichimoku Cloud. There's one video on that, and the second one is on the Tenkin, and the analogy is absolutely amazing. So definitely check that out. Let me see if I can get to it. I'll link it in the chat.
Oh, by the way, guys, I've set up some really convenient links for you guys if you're just trying to get to something related to Mango. So for the playlist Krisha's talking about, all you need to do is type themangoway.com/educational-playlist, right? And you'll get to the educational playlist. So themangoway.com/educational-playlist, and you should get to it. Just try it out, though. I set it up last night to make everyone's lives easier. If you're looking for the Derbit playlist or the Binance playlist, it's going to be themangoway.com/Binance-margin playlist, right? Or margin. Okay, I've forgotten that one. Right. So we'll remember, though, over time, right? I'm going to be putting it on the Discord too. So there's going to be a resources channel that Ollie is setting up. Yeah, going to make life easy for us. Because I'm always linking these things, but it's hard to remember the full name. But it'll get easier now.
Yeah, I will link it in the chat for now. Okay.
Oh, Wolfie's here.
I'll try and get it into the description as well. Here you guys go. Beautiful.
We do, Vishal. We do. It's themangoway.com/Discord, and that's gonna work. So if you click that link, themangoway.com/Discord, you'll get to the Discord chat. So yeah, and good to see you in here, Vishal. Good to see you. I'm scrolling back up to the comments now, and there's a nice comment over here from Bob Harrison. Homie, if you are on the 5-minute chart, change to a larger timeline, and your stress levels will go way down. Exactly. I think there are a couple of comments from people asking me to look at the 5-minute time frame, and that's not what we do here at Mango. I really don't think any of you should be doing it that way. If you guys want to be trading the Mango way, hell, if you want to be trading crypto, do not look at anything lower than the 1-hour time frame. If you're new to trading, don't look at anything lower than the daily time frame, in my opinion. Just play only the daily. Wake up in the morning, look at how the candle is, and trade the daily, period. Don't look at the 5-minute. Do not look at the 5-minute.
Yes.
Johan says,
oh, go on.
No, go on, Krisha, go on.
No, he just says good morning. Good morning, Sean and Krisha. What's up, man? And hey, Vish.
Yeah, you guys are probably
seeing
noticing that
ceilings in
Krisha and I sounding a little bit tired today. We've been up since 4:30 a.m. today, and we had a really heavy workout too. So just stretching out a little bit today. Yeah. Tornado says, thank you, Sean. Hey, man, thank you. Thank you for showing up yet again today. You've been here, I think, every single day, man. That is something. It's not going unnoticed. What's your overall opinion on Ethereum? What is your future price you predict? We have a couple of videos where we discuss scenarios where Ethereum could get to 10,000, 5,000 as well. You can find those videos on our channel. Just go ahead and look for the thumbnail where it says 5,000 or 10,000. A couple of months ago, I discussed 10,000 Ethereum, and we first looked at the major levels of 800ish and 1,000, right? And back then, people thought I was crazy. And guess what? We're sitting at 1,000 now. But it's not that, hey, I think Ethereum's going to go to 10,000. It's about if so-and-so conditions are met, right? If this happens and that happens, then under these conditions, we will be looking at a potential price of 10,000. And that's as ridiculous as that may sound. Crypto can get ridiculous. So go ahead and watch those videos, man. It's a little bit too long to go over right now.
Yeah.
Vishal Patel says, is this a new thing for the year? Daily streams? Yeah, man, and you've been missing out on the seed conversations. You've not been reading them the way you usually do if you're asking that question. I talked about how I'm looking to challenge myself and do something very, very uncomfortable and something I don't want to do, something I try to do every year. I find something I feel very uncomfortable with, and this is it. Doing a daily stream on schedule is something that I dread doing, right? So because I dread doing it, I'm doing it.
We spoke about this, Vish.
Yeah.
We were essentially talking about, our New Year's resolutions. This was in December.
Yep.
I blame the puppy. Yeah, he's a new puppy daddy.
Oh yeah, he's got a new puppy. Let's go ahead and look at Band. Srinath's asking for Band USDT. What are your thoughts, Kusha?
Band. I have yet to pull up the chart. Give me a minute. Band USDT. That's a nice healthy pullback right into support.
Yep.
People are like, this girl does not know the meaning of healthy. No, I mean, it is. But, we had a nice swift break to the upside. Okay, we tested the next point of resistance, and it was a very, very clean, neat test. And I'm looking at it on the weekly time frame. Okay, we got that beautiful test. Yes, we got that sell-off, immediate sell-off. And now we're currently testing support at around $7.75 on the weekly time frame.
If you turn on your daily Ichimoku Cloud and you turn on your 21 EMA as well, you can see how well Band is respecting the cloud. Remember, guys, we had our edge-to-edge trade, but the cloud was still red. So unless we got the confirmed Kumo break, I wouldn't have been looking for this to continue. And the major level was right over here that we tested, right? That was the pivotal level at around $10.20. And that was an easy trade too, from around 740-ish, 720-ish, all the way up to this region here. If we had broken that level, right, that was the trade going all the way up to $15, but we didn't break it. And the cloud pretty much gave you the trade. The cloud gave you the trade much earlier, actually. You had your edge-to-edge trade right around $6.30 if you were playing the techniques in the cloud, because we broke the 200 moving average as well, retested both 21 EMA, 10K, and this was a beautiful trade, man. Beautiful edge-to-edge trade. Now the cloud has turned green, Kusha. What do you have to say about that?
I actually, Sean, I don't know if you're seeing this, but this is an absolutely okay.
It's a beautiful chart.
Just wait a second. Zoom out a bit from your daily chart.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to plot a line just on the 21 EMA. Yeah, just do that. Just plot a horizontal line there.
On the weekly or
on the daily 21 EMA.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Tell me when you're done that.
All right.
Okay, now zoom out a bit. Clear all your ribbons and everything else. Clear everything else. Just have the horizontal on your chart.
Okay, let me just make a fresh chart.
Yol, we use TradingView. This is TradingView.
Yeah, this is a beautiful chart.
Okay, now just zoom out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now notice how you plotted that line on the 21 EMA.
Yep.
That is also a horizontal. Now get onto the weekly. And this is also a horizontal on the weekly time frame.
Perfect. It's perfect.
This is perfect.
This is the kinda-
this is a very easy
trade.
trade to manage.
Yeah.
This is what an easy trade to manage looks like. This right here.
Yep. Yep. So guys, when we talk about easy trades, it doesn't mean that it's easy because it's easy to be in profit. It's easy because we know when to exit the trade. That's what makes a trade easy. Not because it's a definite sure profit, but more so because it's easy to not second guess yourself when you're exiting the trade. And this is one of those.
Yes. This is a gorgeous chart. Very neat.
Bob Harrison says nothing wrong with it necessarily if you're going to try to open trades that only last a short time, but this is the Mango channel, focuses on longer time frames for lower stress trades. Exactly. Well said, Bob. Very, very freaking well said. I really love how well you articulate your messages. You know, like, man, I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it, Bob. Thank you. But yeah, Bob, by the way, this is one of those trades right over here, banned. And yeah. Liking it. Hey, you're welcome, Srinath. You're welcome. So let's slow down the chat or slow down the stream and go through the comments now. Link is a big deal. Research it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a big deal, man.
Sean's like, yeah.
I really don't care if the charts are going to make my account bigger and bigger and bigger. It's a big deal to me. We talked about Chainlink already, man. Essentially, let's go ahead and take a look at it for you, though. Link USDT. It's not looking the best, but it's not looking bad either. As long as we close the monthly above 1570, it's going to be looking good. And I'll think about adding to my position if we don't have any other better opportunities, right? So this monthly time frame is essentially what I'm looking at. Closing Link's January candle above $15.70 is going to get me bullish on it. Until then, we are in a monthly consolidation and there are better opportunities to be aggressive on, right? So you got to be patient with Link. Its time will come or it may not come, right? We'll find out.
Isn't Band a Link competitor?
Yeah, I think they're both oracles or something like that. Let's see. Can you check KMD and Anchor? All right, let's go ahead and look at KMD.
KMD. You're checking KMD or are you checking Anchor?
KMD. KMD on the weekly time frame is
Komodo.
Let's see. So essentially, again, weekly consolidation, ranging, sort of like an ascending triangle, you could say, on the weekly time frame. It's going to take some time, but if we do close weekly candles above 60 cents, then we'll be testing these highs. I don't like this wick action on these weekly candles. It looks very pumpy dumpy. But then again, this happened all the way back in November. November's not too long ago, man. Yeah, so okay, let's make it easy, make it safe, and you'll be looking for weekly candles above the zone over here. Okay, if we get that, we're likely going to be testing this area over here at around 73 cents. If we clear 73 cents as well, then we'll be testing this high at almost immediately, I think, at around 80 cents. Once we take that out, we'll be testing 90 cents. So there's opportunity to be had over here, but is there better opportunity on other charts is the question. And you guys have pointed out a couple of really good looking charts, and you guys want to be in charts that are already moving because you don't want the bull market to happen without you while you're stuck in a coin that is just going sideways. Then again, if you're trading it based on some fundamentals and yeah, you have a strong view on this, by all means, right? I'm not here to give you financial advice.
Yeah, I think there are better charts to be had, better plays to be had. Mamba for Life says, "Hey guys, hey Mamba,
hey, how's it going, buddy?
Here.
How's it going? We started the stream a little bit earlier today, just to test out this time zone, this time slot. So, also we're tired. We wanted to take a nap this afternoon.
Okay, V chain on the long, please. Dabby Procept. Am I saying that right?
We've been checking out V chain every single day, every stream. Let's take another request today.
Okay. Let's. Oh, Anchor, right? Someone.
Oh yeah, Anchor. Let's go.
Anchor, ANKR, is the ticker. It's pretty decent actually. Decent.
I don't know. I have no opinion on this. If you do break this zone over here between 11 and 14, it's 1 cent and 1.5 cents, right? Let's get the BDC pairing.
I wouldn't want to see consecutive candle body closes underneath the weekly 21 EMA. As soon as we start seeing that, then this could potentially break to the downside. So just be careful on that one. But even like Komodo, Anchor 2, as in, there are just better trades to be had. Like we would just went over Band, right? So Band looked really, really nice. SNX looked nice.
It's just easier trades to know that, hey, you know what, this is not looking good anymore. And that's what you guys really want to look for. You don't want to be doubting, should I be in this? It needs to be very like clear and cut.
Yeah. True that.
Hey, let's go ahead and look at 1 inch. Oops. I hate freaking typing 1 inch. You know what? I'm not going to look at it. I hate typing it. You got to freaking type 1 and then inch. Okay, there we go. And then you got to go back. And then you got to type the ticker like this. It's so stupid. So stupid.
It's gonna be like a Lend-like situation. So Lend ended up changing their ticker to.
Yeah, no, but they got rebranded though, right? Not because of anything else.
But these guys really need to change their ticker. It's freaking ridiculous. 1 inch. It's alright. I'm not even gonna try. You know, I have not pulled up the 1 inch chart on my TradingView because I just cannot get it. Like I get so frustrated with the ticker, I'm just like, screw it.
Yeah, SNX is a good chart. I agree. That's the kind of chart you guys want to be looking at. This one, again, this could turn around. I wonder what the hype is. We get this request almost every day on 1 inch. So I keep looking at it. The hype? I think it's a Uniswap kind of competitor. Let us know in the comments. It would be good to know.
Mm-hmm. SNX is fire.
Yeah, Vishal, we've been tuning. I've literally done a stream for, I believe, 10 days in a row now, around the same time every day around this. So today we started a bit early. We started half an hour early, but we've been doing a 2-hour stream every single day.
And then at the end of the week, Vish, we unwind with like 2 extra large pizzas because we earned it.
Dalvinder says, hello Krisha and Sean, am I late or are you all early? We are early, man. We're early today. Apologies for that. We just wanted to try the time slot to see if it would be better suited for people. But it's only around half an hour early though, right? So no worries over there. And there's not much to talk about today because just literally sitting and waiting. Right? Sitting and waiting for the prices to actually move.
So let's go. Mamba for Life says, can we check Uniswap? Uni USDT. Sure thing.
It's holding that level like perfectly.
Oh, damn.
Perfectly.
Yeah. It's looking good. And this is what you want to see, guys, by the way, in when you see charts that are trending up, even on those macro timeframes. And yes, you know, when Bitcoin does take its pullback, more often than not, many of the altcoins also take a pullback on their USD charts. Okay, but what you want to see on strength is even after the pullback, the underlying asset actually holds its region of support.
Yes, well said.
Okay, because if it holds its region of support, means that it also holds that overall bullish structure. And for as long as that is intact, there is a good chance that as soon as, you know, Bitcoin starts recovering, the altcoin too will start recovering as well.
Indeed.
But for a sign of strength, look for your altcoin to actually hold that support even on a pullback.
So in regards to Uniswap in specific, we're looking at around $5.20 as support. That structure was held. We did have a level right over here too, but we took out that level already. Bull flag right over here. I really like this, which is why I was very, very interested in taking this trade. And now it's just about patience, right? This reminds me a lot of LTC as well, where we're sitting underneath a resistance zone. And if we do break out of it, there is a 2x opportunity at the very least, right? But the key level over here for Uniswap that we need to be patient on is sitting between $6.50 and $6.90. Right? If we do break that, we should get a test of at least $8.65, but eventually, if this bull market... So basically, the bet over here, guys, is that you're looking for continuation based on the bull market. And if we do break this, I'll be looking at 2x over here too, similar to Chainlink, right? If we do break the $15 level on the monthly, I'll be looking at around $30.
Yes, sir. It starts looking really, really nice. So much opportunity. And this is why, you know, don't FOMO, don't take bad trades, because there's going to be an abundance of opportunity out there.
All right, Theta. Let's go ahead and look at Theta. Let's see what Theta's up to.
Beta.
Looking good, man. But it's kind of in a downtrend right now on the daily, but I feel like this is going to break up. It's like almost a clean falling wedge onto previous support, turned resistance turned support. So let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, this. I feel like this is going to eventually break up. Let's see.
Theta really likes these falling wedges, if you've noticed. Like it does, I don't know, always likes putting in these falling wedges. And
this is another strong chart, by the way, guys. Yeah, you're right, Krisha. Falling wedge and then breaks up, like, aggressively too.
Yeah.
I've not been able to catch a good Theta trade. Wouter's the one who's catching all these trades on this one. If you look at the weekly, Krisha, do you see this rising wedge?
Looking. Yeah, and then we broke out of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this, guys, by the way, a rising wedge is a bearish pattern, right? People look at it as a bearish pattern. The thing is that in a bull market, you're going to see bearish patterns, by the way, in terms of price structure. More often than not, they're all like, it's a bullish price structure. You're making a series of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so even these patterns break to the upside. We see trend continuation, and that's why you should never trade a pattern prematurely. Wait on the break.
Indeed. Well said, Krisha. Well said. Bearish patterns are usually just bullish trends, and bullish patterns are usually just bearish trends. Which is funny. Which is why, again, like Krisha said, it's the break that makes it bearish or bullish. So wait for the break. Have you guys looked at ICX recently? Let's go ahead and take a look at ICX. Bob, I think we looked at it yesterday, but we look at it again today. ICX USDT.
Icon. Not looking so much of an icon now, are we? I'm kidding. I don't know.
It's not. I'll be just looking at this. There's a block from around. Man, that's a huge block. 60 cents to 90 cents. If we break into the block, there's a trade opportunity over there. But the real trade is once we break above that. Is there more history on this one? Doesn't seem like
a range. It's got to break a heavy range.
Let's look at the daily Ichimoku. That will give us a clue. Ooh, not bad. So it broke above the cloud. So this doesn't look too bad. This doesn't look too bad, Bob. What I'm liking over here is that the 200 moving average is beginning to creep upwards. The slope isn't aggressive just yet, but the Tenkin is now showing signs of wanting to start living above the cloud, right? The top of the Kumo cloud is coming in at around 55 cents. The cloud flipped green as well. The 21 EMA is right over there as well. I'm liking this. It looks like it wants to start a move. So let's go back now on over to the weekly. And if we start seeing multiple daily candle closes above 70 cents, I'll be looking for that move all the way up to 93 cents. I actually do like this. It's one of those altcoin plays that's going to require a little bit more patience, but you catch a good move on it because you're not waiting for the horizontals to break and you're playing the actual trend support lines, which in this case is the Tenkin 21 EMA, and you're looking also at the 200 moving average beginning to creep up. We're above the cloud green. I like this trend trade over here. It's looking good.
Yeah. Is the music loud enough, guys? Let us know. Or wait, is the music even playing? Let us know.
It should be loud enough. I just increased it a bit.
Can't hear it. No, they can't hear the music. Because Vanya Dusan says, "Morning, lovely people. Are you Are you quieter than usual, or am I becoming deaf? So that kind of prompted me to just go and check the volume.
Is the volume bad? I'll go ahead and increase it on my end. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Might be you, Vanya. Might be you. Kansas Mumford says, lol, are y'all avoiding XRP analysis like a plague? We've been covering XRP every single day, man. People ask, we look at it. And the key area, essentially, that we won't be touching it until is... Let's go ahead and look at it. Actually, that does line up with something I just saw as well. I think I was looking at this on Polar X, so let me pull that up. Where are my horizontals? Okay, right over here. 33 cents. There you go. We break above there. We start closing candles above there. I'll be interested. Until then, no. If we do close above there, though, there's a trade all the way up to 50 cents. So we're sitting up against resistance. What do I have to say about this SEC thing? I have no opinion. I don't care about the fundamentals. My Ichimoku settings are 20, 60, 30, 120.
XRP. What else? What else?
Maybe it's just Seth says something interesting. Maybe it's just a coincidence that China mine the majority of all Bitcoin and manufacture all the hardware. A win-win for them. That's well, I don't know what point you're trying to make over there, but I do want to touch on something over there. This is something in regards to Bitcoin's game theory, right? Yes, China does have most of the mining power, but for how long? You're beginning to see new entrants in the market, right? Big investors like Peter Thiel funding a lot of these Bitcoin mining operations in Texas. There are miners beginning to pop up in Canada as well, in areas like Iceland and shit too. So the game theory of Bitcoin is what makes me so freaking bullish on it. It's causing more hash power to enter the market and hey, higher prices eventually.
Yeah.
SNX is going, eh? Let's go ahead and take a look. Oof, you should check that out on the weekly. It looks so gorgeous. This is a good chart, man. If it takes out this high right over here, man, at $16, it's going. It's gonna keep going. So this horizontal should have been right over here, actually.
The daily chart is really, really neat on SNX.
Yeah, the daily. It's the daily I should have been looking at. I think I was looking at the 4 hour. I'm not sure where I drew this. Those horizontals are just all over the place. Yeah, I think I was looking at the 4 hour because we had a massive break off a weekly structure. It's a good looking chart, man. Really good looking chart. Let's look at the Bitcoin pairing again now. I might be tempted on this one. I might be very tempted on this one. Oh, again, the Bitcoin pairings was making me a little bit hesitant. Sitting up against a key resistance zone, right? I have to always keep that in mind. So, a little bit more patience on this one for me. But hey, this doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Let's see. Because, okay.
Sorry, go on, Sean.
The way I see this is, right, when we're sitting against a major resistance like this is major, right? And I'm asking myself, all right, should I get into this altcoin trade? If I'm sitting against a major Bitcoin resistance, I'm just better off buying Bitcoin until the altcoin actually flips that level. That's how I see it. Okay, go on, Krisha.
No, I noticed so Irving here says, just dreading I sold SNX too soon. Now, if you are someone who sold a certain sort of, underlying cryptocurrency, any sort of asset, and it continues to go on without you, I don't think that's anything to fret about, not in the middle of a bull market. You can always sort of reset your trader's mindset as well as your risk management if you're employing any, and just get back into the trade.
Yeah.
Don't think of the price that you sold at, and you need to hit that reset button in your head, because you'll be missing out on a lot of opportunities if you don't do that.
That's a good point that you made over there, Kusha. Don't make the mistake. Essentially, what Kusha is saying is don't make the mistakes we did when we were beginning, where because we got in at a good position, let's say I think you got in at $8, right, and you sold at 12. Now you want to get in your position back only at $8, and nothing else will do. You're either willing to buy at 8 or lower, right? You're not willing to buy at 13 or 14, right? just because you sold at 12. You don't want to buy higher than you sold, and that's the wrong mindset. If there's a trade opportunity to be had from 15 to 20, get back in. If there's a trade to be had at 20 to 25, get back in. The dollar value is irrelevant. All that matters is your account size going up.
Yeah. Bingo. Well said, Sean. So yeah, don't get too fixated on the dollar value that you sold at. That's going to cost you a lot more than you think it would.
That's just conspiracy and being paranoid, Seth. Bob Harrison says, additionally, in a bull rally, if you are worried about selling too soon, be sure to sell the majority of your trade in profit so you can make other trades, but keep 5 to 10%. Yeah, and that psychologically will help too, right? If you are hell-bent on selling and, you know, getting out of a trending trade because you're playing support and resistance, just do, like, for example, what I did yesterday, right? I kept 10% of my trade in just in case we keep going. A little bit more than 10% actually, and we didn't. But you need to do that systematically though, right? Just don't be all over the place, because then you're gonna always be second doubting. It needs to be a system that you're following, and only you can come up with your system. Don't follow somebody else's system. A system needs to be tailor-made for your personality.
Yeah, agree.
Oh, I like the song. Let's pump up the music on this one.
Oh, okay. Vishal,
No,
I'll answer your question in a bit. In a bit. Bitcoin making moves.
Is it really?
Testing
Nice.
4-hour Kijun right now.
Well, if you told me you were drowning, I would not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes, so you can wipe off that grin.
By the way, guess what? SNX comes up against resistance in the Bitcoin pairing, and boom, Bitcoin starts moving. Those are things to note. So now SNX gets to move up on its USD chart while still respecting the Bitcoin chart. So these are things to note, guys.
Yeah.
By the way, there's 250 of you guys here and only 65 likes. What's going on? Hit those likes.
Hit the like button, guys. Come on.
Oh, Brian Carrasco is asking for XLM. Hey man, XLM is still ranging, the last I checked, between those weekly levels.
Before we get onto XLM or dissect any other chart, Vishal just asked me a question. He's like, Krisha, you said that on a pullback, you should look for whatever altcoin to maintain support. But couldn't you arguably say that there are always levels of support below the current price, barring zero, of course? So yes, and this is something that I should have emphasized, right? So even on pullbacks, the thing is that now look at all the trends, right? In a bull market, right now, even all the altcoins relative to USDT, we're all in an uptrend. And that uptrend has a structure of sorts, right? We have a series of higher lows and higher highs. So in that, with that price action, you get regions of support. Yes. Okay, so if price does come back down to those regions of support, what you're essentially looking for is for, well, price to be supported. However, you're also looking for that structure to be maintained. So yes, you're right in that as soon as it breaks one region of support, price could very well come down to the next region. But the main question there is, does the next region of support break the overall price structure of the higher lows and higher highs?
Well said, Krisha. Really, really well said. That was a proud moment for me, guys. Well freaking explained.
Okay,
Good job.
so yes, yeah, so yes, you're looking for it to get supported, but then the next question is, okay, now that price is down at this region of support, what does the structure look like? Have we broken the previous low?
Yep. Well
Right?
said.
So these are the kind of questions you need to be asking yourself in terms of these kind of pullbacks, especially in a bull market, because when you identify that, okay, while we have held support, but we have broken structure in a bull market on a higher time frame, that's when you need to really draw back and reevaluate the situation. Reevaluate the probability of continuation to what extent.
Yep. Well said. Well said. So, Vishal, if you have any follow-up questions, don't hesitate to ask, man. We always prioritize seedlings questions over here. So,
Yeah.
just go ahead and ask if you have any questions. Again, back on over to XLM, man. Brian, there's nothing that has changed. It's ranging between the zones that we talked about like for a few days now, between 20 cents, 19-ish cents, and towards the upside around 30 cents, right? Once we start breaking those levels and we take out the high, last week's high, especially at around 35 cents and a bit, we are likely going to have more continuation. He says, hype me up on ETH, please. I need it right now. We were talking about Ethereum at $10,000, man. You missed it. So I honestly think Ethereum is being a little bit underhyped right now, and just everything that has been happening recently is making me wonder if the powers to be, the movers and shakers, Krisha, wink wink, are actually orchestrating scenarios in the world to make crypto pump. So, okay, this is the way I'm seeing it. You're telling me, okay, just leading into Bitcoin's halving, the world sees a pandemic that gets every single government in the world to print money, which pretty much validates Bitcoin's existence like nothing else, okay? That happens just before Bitcoin's halving. That was just, I couldn't believe it. Now you're telling me, just before Ethereum starts breaking into new highs and Ethereum starts becoming a harder asset with proof of stake and people locking it up, blah, 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 you're telling me that we are having all of this mass censorship and deplatforming of major figures in the world, right? And whether you agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. It points towards the need for decentralization, because when CEOs start coming together and start saying, hey, you know what, I don't agree with this guy, and they're not just saying, hey, this needs to be censored because it's bad. They are isolating on one scenario because there's so many other bad things that are just let go on all of these other platforms, right? I'm not going to take names, but we're seeing mass deplatforming happening right when Ethereum is sitting at this crucial juncture. We saw a pandemic happen right when Bitcoin was sitting at its critical juncture. It's just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. But yeah, decentralized apps, man. That was the dream of 2017's bull market. Now we're seeing a need for it. Like, I've never felt as strong of a need for it as I do today. Because I don't have any political opinion on anything, but I feel like we're going to dangerous times in the world when these kind of things are happening. And I'm not even talking to Krisha about this because I don't want to get into any of these discussions. And I'm not going to get into a discussion with you guys either. Just my thoughts, though. Speaking out loud.
Boom. Okay, getting back onto the chat. Yeah, Kyle, I kind of banned that guy. Please don't spam. If you have any requests, just say it once and we'll get to it. You know,
by the way,
don't spam.
When you guys do spam, I intentionally ignore you guys, right? So go ahead and spam. I'll just intentionally ignore you. It's not working out for you guys. It doesn't work.
Anyways, it was just one guy. Everyone else has been pretty freaking awesome. Thank you guys for being so awesome and showing, some good etiquette here on this chat.
Mango needs to smoke a joint and keep calm. Okay. Thank you for that advice. Can we do some Ren TA? Hey, yeah, let's go ahead and look at Ren. I really like Ren's chart. It's doing really well. Again, really nice pickup off this red horizontal line. Sorry, red rising trend line right over here. If it starts breaking this weekly candles above, honestly, even above 42 cents, and it's going to start looking spectacular. But the confirmation is going to be above 44 cents. I really like this chart. It's one of the more beautiful charts on the weekly time on the crypto markets against the weekly time frames. So clean, so easy to play. I like this better than Band. Period. Krisha and I were actually having a mini discussion on this, or slash argument on one of the other live streams. Band looks fantastic, right? If we break that key level, especially. But Ren is looking fantastic while it's going into blue sky breakout on the USD pairing. I really like this one. Really like this one. Like,
This actually looks really neat.
yeah.
It looks very neat. But I'm actually thinking that we do have a break there, Sean.
Are you looking at this as asymmetrical?
I'm looking at this as a symmetrical, yeah.
Yeah, I
Look at
think
the
so too. I
volume,
think
look at the volume
you're right.
confirmation that came in. I think it's a break and it's a retest.
I honestly think you're right on this one, but I'm not playing it. I'm not going to be playing it nonetheless until we break 44 cents. And I would totally agree with anybody looking to play this early, because even if you want to play this as a, hey, I'm buying this in a relatively low volatile zone, because even this zone is volatile. I'm buying this in a low volatile zone so I can get a good position size, breaking into a higher volatility zone, and I'll be re-adding there, right? Start a position over here. Lines up with Krisha's thesis as well of a symmetrical triangle. This is a really good chart, man. Really like it.
Hey Joe123, thank you for the tip. Hey Joe, he says, can we look at XVG Verge? What are your predictions, short and long term, on price?
Hey, thank you for the tip, man. Really appreciate it. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and look at Verge, USDT. Ooh, what? It's not on. Is there a new ticker for it on Binance?
Verge.
How does it not have a USDT pairing? That's
It
interesting.
looks good.
Are you
I'm
looking at it
on
Bittrex?
no. I'm looking at XVG USDT on Bittrex. Looking at the weekly chart. I was actually looking at this yesterday. I think I came across Verge on Twitter. Someone was tweeting about it and kind of prompted me to go and look into the chart. And it actually looks really good on the weekly time frame. Now, I'm not looking at those lower time frames. But what I can see on the weekly is that we had that critical region of, well, resistance that we managed to take out. Now, that resistance was coming in at around 1 cent. Okay, and we were living underneath that region since November 2018. So we finally managed to take that out. And so we took it out last week, and we're getting that official retest, right? And as things stand right now, I mean, it looks like we may just defend this region, this 1 cent region. And if we do, then I actually think that Verge may see continuation here. And the cloud turned green. However, it is worth noting that there's not much price action to this on the weekly time frame. So even if I have to kind of just ignore the cloud and just, pay attention to the horizontals, it still looks very good.
Well said, Krisha. On the weekly time frame, I'm looking at an eventual target if it does break resistances and sees that edge-to-edge trade on the cloud all the way up to around 6 cents, because the cloud has flipped green and we are living about the tanking Kijun 21 EMA as well. We are likely going to make our way to around 17 cents. Sorry, 12 cents. I'm not sure why I said 17. So 12 cents. But that's provided, man, that we actually break above 3 cents. So we need to start having weekly candles about 3 cents. And there's a move, a nice 4x move all the way up to 12 cents. Most immediate resistance is around 2 cents. If we take out 2 cents, next target is 3 cents. Once we take out 2 and 3 cents, that's the big move. Triple A100 says, thank you for the teaching. You are very, very, very welcome, man. We do this every single day. Mango's all about teaching, man. Again, check out the educational playlist. Tales from the Cryptos here, Krisha.
Oh, hey, where? I don't see.
Right at the bottom. Got into KNC
okay.
at 110. And I'm freaking out a little bit.
Dennis. How's it going?
Let's go ahead and look at KNC. Fire. Why are you freaking out?
KNC USDT.
Doesn't look too bad, actually. It doesn't look the greatest either. Did see a rejection at a key level. Sitting at, so there's like a W-like structure here on the daily. I'd be waiting for this to break above $1.34. And you got in at $1.10, eh?
I think I'm looking at this on the weekly, KNC USDT on the weekly. I would actually be looking for this next week to close over $1.07. And if KNC actually manages to do that, then this could also see another sort of move to the upside. But $1.07 at the very least. Because Sean's right in that we broke out of this W-like formation. So all I can see here is that the volatility is freaking crazy on this chart, number one. But we dipped, you know, back down and pretty aggressively back down into that W. But you can see that the buyback is, you know, pretty decent so far. So if we can actually close over the $1.07, then we could actually see further continuation here.
So Janice, $1.07 is really important, but I think you're safe as long as you're closing about $1.04. Krisha, you're looking at that horizontal around there, $1.04.
I'm looking at the wicks though, so it really depends, right? So I know which. So it's like a range, but even $1.04, you'll be fine.
Okay, yeah. So
that's horizontal as well.
If you take out the high, or you're at $1.35, that's likely going to have continuation all the way up to. First, we'll probably see a little bit of a stop at $1.45, and then eventually, I think between $1.86 to $1.70. If we start closing above $1.86, Krisha, that's when it gets really beautiful. So
yeah. Yes, sirree.
Ahmed says, I just joined. Is the bull run over in their opinion? No, don't pay too much heed to the title of the video. It's usually just it's kind of like contrarian almost. It's almost the opposite of what we believe. Other than the thumbnails where we're talking about targets, sometimes those are fake too. So not fake, but contrarian. Yeah. Just rewind and listen to our analysis at the beginning of the video. You can rewind, so it works that way. Alright, Krisha, so we're already an hour and 45 minutes in. I'm gonna wrap up soon. If you have any thoughts, or rather any coins you want to look at quickly.
No, nothing. So my eyes are peeled on, well, Bitcoin and Ethereum, personally.
Ahmed says to scare us, huh? No, not really to scare you, but more so because I'm just hearing everybody else talk about it, right? Like on social media, everybody's like, oh, it's over. This is coming back down to freaking 3,000, blah, blah, blah. And it's just, yeah. It's more so, it's us answering the question, is the bull cycle over? There's a question mark at the end of it, right? So you have your answer in this video. Our thoughts at the very least. There's no answer per se. We share what we'll be looking for to see the signs for a bull cycle ending.
Yeah.
Just kidding, man. You guys are amazing. Appreciate that, man. So you've been watching us for a while. You understand how we do things. That's great.
Check on that Kusama. I don't even know what that means.
Kusha, you should check out Cardano. Ada, let's go.
Oh, yes. Cardano.
Somebody asked for it.
Also, guys, I wanted to mention something. So something happened yesterday on the Discord chat. Someone actually created an ID using my username, Crash Talk. And I don't know, they managed to take the picture and everything. And I just want to let you guys know that neither Sean or I will reach out to you for anything. Okay? We will not ask you for any funds. We will not ask you any questions. Nothing personal. So please do not, if someone approaches you guys with our name or under the name of Mango Research, just ignore. And if you are uncertain, then come on out to the public chat. We have a public chat room, okay? And just ask.
Yeah.
Don't be embarrassed. Don't be scared. Just ask. Yeah. We will never ever ask you for any funds whatsoever. And it's during this time where Bitcoin is sitting at 30K, over 30K. You're gonna find a lot of scamsters actually enter the space, and it's only going to get worse from here.
Let me see if I can pull up my Discord.
It's only gonna get worse from here. So if you find anyone approaching you under Sean's name or my name, just ignore, whether it's via PM, via email, or under the comment section. I know that there's someone impersonating Mango Research, created a new channel and everything, and is commenting on people's comments, giving them a number. So ignore all of that. And if you are uncertain, we have a public Discord chat. Just come in there and ask.
Yeah, it's just I'm trying to pull up my Discord. Okay, so I was trying to show you guys what you guys can do to protect yourselves. If you right click on our names, right, so on the Discord chat, Krisha and I are listed as Keeper of the Grove, right? So we're Keepers of the Grove, and you can right click on our names and add a note, right? I think it's right click or left click, one of the two. You can just add a note, and you can add a note over there that says this is the real Sean or this is the real Krisha. That way, if somebody does PM you, or we do PM you, we never PM you, by the way, but if you are in a conversation with someone, you can confirm that it's not us, because you can click on that person's notes that you have for them, and you'll see that, hey, I put down a note for Sean and Krisha. There's no note over here, right? So you can always confirm that way. Another way that Krisha mentioned was to just come out on the main chat and be like, hey, Sean, did you message me? Hey, Krisha, did you message me? Can you confirm that it's really you? And do this like for any moderator or any person from Mango that messages you. It'll be always good to confirm, right?
Yeah.
Just be careful. The bull market is going to draw out some really, really bad people. Be careful.
Oh, Vishal is like, you're not sharing the right screen.
What do you mean?
I don't think you managed to pull it up, but anyways.
No.
Okay.
I know I wasn't able to. I was trying to do it on my Streamlabs, but it's not showing. Like, I have it right there, but it's not showing up. So
CryptoKitty says, WTF, Tales of the Crypto is not me.
oh my god, that's a fake
What?
Tales of the Success. Now people
Okay,
are
but CryptoKitty, can you tell me that you are the one I've been corresponding with, right, on Discord?
Jesus Christ.
This is why, like, it's crazy out there. So be careful. Be extremely careful, please. HODL always works.
I don't know what you mean, man. Why are you not hodling, Sean? You don't trust it, or you want to use your money in a better way, like trading? I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm probably one of the biggest Bitcoin bulls you'll ever meet.
Hey Joe, I don't know, like, as in, he asks, he's like, think XVG will go back to all-time highs at around 30 cents. Man, we're gonna have to wait and watch. All we can see right now is the price action in front of us. And right now, when we did cover XVG, the price action was, it looks good, right? We broke resistance, and that was yearly resistance. So it's looking good for as long as it lives over its regions. It will have continuation. The next point will likely be the next point of resistance for XVG, which is coming up to, what is it? XVG USDT, okay. What is the next point? I'm looking at 22 cents. Okay, so you'll have to take it, level by level. No one can really tell you, okay, it's going to go to this region, it's going to go to this region. Take it level by level, because this is how you dissect a chart. It's not only going to help you play XVG, but it's also going to help you play other charts as well.
So the key thing to note again is like Krisha said, played level by level, right? But when you guys talk about all-time highs, there's something I want to talk about over there. But in regards to your question specific, will it go back to around 22 to 30 cents? That's only if it breaks 13 cents. So again, level by level, like Krisha said, if it breaks 13 cents, it's likely going to test at the very least 24 cents. Now let's talk about the idea of all-time high. Its all-time high was in the bull market, and if you look at Bitcoin, right, it's Bitcoin pairing, its all-time high was all the way up over here. Krisha, XVG BTC on Binance, like, it's ridiculous. Let's go ahead and look at that. That's around 2,000 Satoshi. It's currently sitting at 100 Satoshi. Okay, so I want you guys to keep in mind that when you think about the all-time highs, also think about the all-time highs against the Bitcoin pairings, and then do the math in your head in terms of the possibilities of a real bull market if all coins have the all-coin rally that everyone's expecting, right? Those all-time highs that was set was against Bitcoin at $20,000, right? Or even lower than that. I think Bitcoin was sitting probably around $15,000 to $16,000 because it was beginning its downtrend. When was this actually? No, it was just when Bitcoin was around 20,000. So yeah, now Bitcoin's sitting at around $40,000. So if XVG hits its all-time high, while Bitcoin sitting at around $50,000, we could be seeing much higher prices. So the potential that altcoins have is huge, but we're not there yet, man. We're not there yet. Just like Krisha said, level by level, when we do see the signs, we'll all be here ready to take advantage of those opportunities. We don't need to be taking them just yet, though.
Yeah.
So yeah, if XUG breaks above 350 Satoshi on the Bitcoin pairing on the weekly time frame, I'm looking at this as a trade all the way up to 1,000 Satoshi over there, man. Jesus.
Yeah. These charts are gonna get like super volatile. Super volatile.
Yeah, ETH is I like ETH right now. Not gonna lie, I don't think the rest of the altcoins are showing the same strength. SNX is looking good, but again, I'm still majority from my altcoins, of course. My majority of my portfolio is Bitcoin. All right, guys. So with that, I'm going to be wrapping up. If you guys could hit the likes while you're still here, we would appreciate it. Make sure to smash that like. There's 250 guys of you here, and only 120 of you have hit the like. Try to get that up to 150, guys. Shoot for it.
Let's go. Show some mango love.
I'm gonna take a sip of my water. I have the driest mouth right now. Just rambling.
4-hour close across the board. Bitcoin up against major resistance.
Oh yeah.
We did have a 4-hour close. Okay, fine. Well, let's cover the 4-hour close.
Brilliant. Really
That's
nice 4-hour
looking,
close.
oh man, it's actually looking so good.
I'm not going to be answering any of your questions, Tales of the Crypto. You're trying to impersonate somebody else. I'm not sure why you're trying to do that. Like, it's... I feel like you're the same person, too, you know, who's been doing this with other people. So annoying.
No, the funniest part was, Sean, you actually approached the impersonator yesterday, right?
No.
Or no, they tried to message you.
Yeah, that was the funniest. The Krisha impersonator tried to PM me asking for funds. And I'm just thinking, oh my god, man. Like, wow, the audacity. The audacity.
That was funny. This had a beautiful close, beautiful close, 4-hour close. We Bitcoin USD took out the Keyshin, so we took back the 4-hour Keyshin, as well as we closed above the cloud. So we could see this.
The test of the 21 EMA and the 10Kin is coming up very, very soon. We're above the 10 SMA too now.
If we break 36.5K, this is likely going to go.
Oscillators are flipped back bullish too, angling towards the upside. RSI is likely going to test the middle of the mango mother now at around the 50 zone. If we do break above here, if we make a high on the RSI, again, I'll be looking for this to test 36 and then eventually 40.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is apparently Tales from the Crypto. I'm not sure whether you intended to do that or not, but we have a regular member of the Mango Grove and her name is Tales from the Crypto. So we've also been having impersonators come in, so it does seem like you're trying to impersonate someone that we know. Bitcoin broke is like SNX. So yeah, SNX probably took out its high. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Yeah, it did. And this one's keep going, man.
Oh, boom. Yeah.
This is a great chart. Alright, guys, 6 more likes. You can do it.
Let's go. Charts looking good. The 4-hour close was freaking phenomenal on many of the charts, Ethereum included.
There's nothing like VGX on the charts, man.
Yep. Beautiful. Man, bull market's so nice. Everyone's always so happy in a bull market.
But it's the goddamn scammers that ruin the mood, man.
So, holy moly. Tails from the crypto. Okay, we have one tails off the crypto and there's one tails from the crypto.
Oh. Oh
Like,
my. Okay.
Ugh.
So Tales from the Crypto, we'd appreciate it if you change your name just a tad bit. Just for Mango. Paul D is
Crypto
BTC going up.
Tales.
Yeah.
Crypto of the tails. You guys are killing me. Had to sell some BDC and reinvest in a hooker source life. And this guy replies with, do they not take BDC? Wicked 4-hour close. I'm not convinced though. I'm not gonna be honest with you. It's a good close. Vishal, you're banned from looking at the 4-hour again. Just look at only the 12-hour and higher. In fact, don't even look at the 12. You look at only the 4-day. Can you do that? How's the 4-day looking for you, Krisha, on Ethereum? 4-day on F. Let's go and check it out.
Okay. Let me make it easy for you, all of you, all right? My biggest trade ever, one of my biggest trades ever now, has come from taking this Mango dynamic trade on the 4-day. And yeah, but keep in mind, edge. It's just about edge. It's nothing's a certainty. But that was the trade right there, guys. Tested the Mango Dynamics blue dot opportunity. And do we see continuation or do we get the test, the official test of the Mango Dynamic? Time will tell, but I took the trade. And I am happy to be a buyer of the Mango Dynamic on the... We've been showing you guys the Mango Dynamic on the 4-day, or rather the dashboard is based off this, right? And essentially, well, what's the gains? Krisha, do you have the dashboard open there in front of you? What's the gains with the 4-day thus far? Since the call was what, I think 90 days ago?
Let me open it up.
It's been one of the easiest trades.
You're looking at Ethereum, correct?
No, Bitcoin 4-day. By the way, guys, the dashboard can be found on app.mangoresearch.co or themangoway.com/dashboard.
Oh, nice. You created one for that too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're up. So, I mean, you got the call on BTC USDT some 83 days ago. You're up 197%, so almost 2x on that trade.
Exactly.
And it's still long. It's still long.
It's still long.
The trend is still long.
All right. So with that, guys, my name is Sean. Her name is Krisha. I really enjoyed talking to you guys today. I'm a bit tired. I had a really early morning and a heavy workout. Gonna probably take a nap now, a mango nap. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Discord later today. But if you guys aren't on Discord yet, go ahead and join the Discord. I'll go ahead and try. Oh, let's try the link. themangoway.com/Discord. Does it come in as a link? No, it didn't come in as a link. But yeah, that should work if you guys copy paste it. themangoway.com/Discord. Does that work?
Yep.
Does it work?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
cool.
Yeah, it's here as a link.
Awesome.
Cool beans, guys. Enjoy your day and, well, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way.
Yep, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Ciao, guys.
Ciao.
so high, but too far away to hold me. You know I'm the one who put you out there. Name in the sky, does it ever get alone?